Alright, so here we go.
It's a big deal. It's like a whole thing. Can I vote anyone off the island?
Alright, you guys, so just so you know, what you're walking down is really the original entrance to what was the Speakeasy during the Prohibition era down here.
So it's
there's no images of it that we have, but people did come down this same exact path.
That little door is what they would knock on.
Yep, and they would. This was a coat check actually right here. So if you had a hat or something like that, you would do your coat check here, and they would come through here. Okay, so this was the location of basically the King Eddy Speakeasy during the Prohibition era. So when Prohibition kicked in, there was a saloon upstairs, and then Prohibition kicked in, and the upstairs became a piano store. And then everybody in the saloon, in a legal form, moved downstairs, and they had a speakeasy down here. We don't have any images of it or anything. However, there's some really interesting murals on these walls that still have survived. And what these are they're kegs, they're barrels on their side, with little beer taps on the side. So these were painted during that period of time. So some of them are in better shape than others. I've been kind of using it as a shop as I fix the upstairs, but also on this other side, they're the same. It's basically a mirrored image done on these wood panels over there, and they're, again, beer kegs turned on their sides. So it's pretty cool. And then over that period of time, different murals have been painted. These kind of like really kind of Alice in Wonderland little things, which is pretty interesting. Yeah, down here. Well, I'm going to take you through another little interesting corridor, and then here, tell them to stay in line, and we'll.
Stay in line.
Here, hold on.
Stay with the group.
Stay with me.
Stay with the group.
Stay with the tour.
I'm sorry.
There's a whole tour,
Do you
okay?
guys have any plans on like expanding?
A lot of them.
Okay.
Let's
Wednesday, you can come to some
Wednesday. I'm going to take you on, we'll take you on a full tour, and then we'll do the Q&A after. So these little pieces we found actually underneath the hotel, which is right next door where we're about to go, that were at one time or another part of the hotel. They were in rooms. The hotel opened in 1903. And so at one point or another, you know, these pieces were in the lobby or in the hotel. It's an old tin door that was over there that we're going to repurpose and use as part of the speakeasy. Now upstairs you may have noticed a couple of pieces. Over by the dart room there was a little bench. I don't know if you guys noticed it, but that was a piece that I found over there that we just recovered in leather that was sitting in the dark for 50 years. There's also a sign by the men and ladies room that said King Edward Hotel and said $3.50. That was an actual sign, a hand-painted sign that was used to advertise for rooms at the hotel. So it was pretty cool. So if you guys are into it, let's go check out a little other area. Now this mural was done during that period also. It's a cop or a bobby shaking his finger at a hobo that's just sitting on a bench saying, "Hey man, you gotta hit the room." Exactly. This door was closed for 50 years.
More.
Maybe even more. It was totally closed. Nobody saw what was on the other side.
Maybe the tunnel?
Yeah, you're going to see. Come on in here. So our intention is we're going to be doing a bar down here. There's going to be a bar, you guys, on the other side of that wall. We're going to do a bar there. There's going to be a pool table in here with all kinds of fun loose seating.
There's a three-piece band.
Yep. There's going to be a piano against that wall, but this is going to be another part of the speakeasy on this side of the wall. So we're going to do a loop. We're going to go left, but before we go there, as you come in, you'll see another room on this side that we're going to use as part of the bar downstairs. So
You go ahead and show them that.
yeah, we're gonna loop left and we'll loop around. So when you guys come over on this side, you're going to see another image on this side of the door, which not many people have seen. When we first opened the door, this side of the door was totally covered up by wood, and nobody was able to see it. But it looks to be by the same hand. You guys, you'll come around, but it's a real simple image of a sailor. It looks like a World War II or pre-World War II sailor. Just looking to gain the affections of a bar matron who's possibly more interested in her beer than
Aren't
him.
we
We don't
all?
know yet.
Yeah.
she's wasted.
Is she wasted? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's always good to get a woman's perspective on these things. But it's still, it's a bitchin' image. And Michael, myself, and our partners are gonna take the door itself and we're gonna repurpose it. We're gonna use it as kind of a wall installation so you can see both sides of it. But it's pretty amazing. So if you guys walk down here, this
This is on the second, this is underneath the sidewalk of
Yeah.
Fifth Street. This is the sidewalk.
yeah, if you look up, this,
You can tell.
This is where the tunnels would connect from here to the Rosalind's,
Yeah.
all the other banks.
now if you look down this corridor, this is an existing kind of corridor of what would have been part of the tunnel system down here. So you can kind of imagine what happened was when Prohibition ended, a lot of private companies and bars, they would close off these areas so it would protect their flank. They didn't really need these giant tunnels anymore. Yeah, somebody left that on. So they just basically walled them off. But if you could kind of use your imagination, this was literally an area where they would literally shuttle whiskey, rum, vodka, whatever the hell it was, to get from one place A to B, so you could sell it for that particular night or week. And these tunnel systems would go all the way over to the park, which was Pershing Square, which is still there. So you kind of use your imagination to get a sense of it. If you kind of come down here, this is going to be another room that we're going to use as part of the speakeasy. And feel this because somebody left it on.
Yeah, it was kind of a big deal.
This was formerly
Like a back.
well, what it was a kind of a service area and a changing room for hotel staff, basically. Restroom facilities, and there was originally an area where they would stash their clothes while they got ready for work. Watch your footing around here, you guys, too. Be careful as you come around. So this is going to be another area for the speakeasy. We're going to do different seating, private parties, that kind of fun stuff.
Using all, these will probably be the doors in the bathroom.
On the other side of this door is the basement to the hotel, and we'll utilize that for ADA access, people in wheelchairs and that kind of thing that can come in to the bar through here. And so basically what we're doing is a full loop. And this room is a lot of fun. Watch your footing around.
That room too, like see that wall with a beadboard on it, we'll repurpose all that wood and reuse it as
Walls are awesome.
Is all this machinery here?
So if you guys come on in.
Yeah, it is a
Oh my
functional
god,
hotel,
it's
so do
so
that
acid down here. Their refuse, it was not showing up in the bar. Oh my god.
Watch your foot, there's some glass here, so watch. This room is actually pretty untouched. What it became is kind of a catch-all for furnishings and pieces of that were part of the hotel. So there's stuff from every era. You actually have stuff that was, towards the turn of the century furnishings. There's a piece over here in the corner that's still intact that we intend to use. You can imagine this piece having old bottles of absinthe or whiskey.
That looks amazing.
Isn't it great? We're going to repurpose all this kind of wainscoting, boarding up here that's still there. This stuff has been sitting here for 50, 60 years. All this stuff up here are old mirrors that are just been sitting here that we're going to reuse. Yeah, absolutely.
I still don't know how
Isn't it great? Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, you have stuff that's
furniture from the hotel room.
absolutely all this stuff is furniture from the hotel. You have dilapidated,
amazing.
deactivated old electrical boxes that we might even just kind of keep as a flashback. It's not being utilized anymore, but it's still really intriguing to be used. So this will be another room here that we're gonna use for the bar. It's great.
Yeah, this
I
is.
love this so much.
Watch your footing around here, guys. Anyway,
You can
so
have your next birthday party.
you can have your next birthday
This
party.
is my birthday party, okay?
Yeah, it is.
This is everything I've ever wanted.
Yeah.
It's like a...
It's an old
Except for money
bureau.
images.
Yeah, it's a desk upside down, and
I
that's.
gave you $1.50, but
So we can back out here, you guys. We got another room or
Alright,
two
I'm
to
getting
go.
out of here. This is good enough for everything I've ever wanted. Thank you, everyone. I know it wasn't for me, but I accept it. I know it wasn't for me, but I accept it.
Is it this way?
Yeah, we're gonna go this way. I'm gonna, yeah, watch your, again, watch your footing here. This is a ramp, you guys, so it can get a little tricky. And there's a pipe right here, you guys. These doors have a little spring on it, so watch the hinge. Right, so as you can tell, we're doing a loop. That's where we came through, yeah? So we went around, now we're coming all the way back around, right? So these doors are really interesting, you guys. These doors are part of the hotel. They're still intact. They have these beautiful brass push finishes on them, and the glass is intact. That's all original glass. So we're hoping to be able to reutilize those in some way, shape, or form. They were part of the hotel. I don't know where exactly, but they're really amazing. So we're hoping to use those again.
This is gonna be our entrance.
Yeah.
What about that one?
This, I mean, this is another door. This is part of a stall for a restroom. But it's, I mean, look at, I mean, if you
Doesn't it
think,
kind of look like a saloon door?
yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's all about, the designer that we're working with, this guy Ricky Klein, he's all about repurposing materials that were really part of that property. So he gets it. Here's another room over here, you guys, if you come this way. This is actually kind of interesting.
So when you got this place, you didn't hear it all this
So
underground
look
shit.
here, this is
Negotiated split.
You just thought no one wanted it. Too much work. Too much work. And then gold line.
Some buckets in there, just some stuff that was like trapped in time.
People try to fake this stuff.
Take a peek at that, it's kind of cool.
You have to fake it.
No, I think what we want to do is keep peepholes, so it's more of like a kind of just a.
I want to follow you.
Would you leave everything in there?
Yeah, we call
Yeah,
them
we'll leave
peepholes,
it
some
in
call
there.
them glory holes, whatever.
Yeah, there's that.
Depends on where they are,
Yeah.
in height to
Yeah.
the floor.
It's kind of same thing on this side. You have just, I mean, there's a lot of stuff. Our intention is the hope is to kind of really kind of keep a lot of the old piping that was here, just as a kind of aesthetic. But the idea is to kind of really have these really interesting little experiences.
Keep looking.
Yeah, intimate.
Don't want to go back in there.
That's your shadow.
I know, well, this is my.
It's cool, huh?
Yeah.
It's freaky, but it's cool. It's funny because I've spent so much time down here, and I'm used to the smells and the sounds and all of that, that I kind of forget that it's,
Smells
you know,
better
it's
than my
new,
room.
but it's
Sorry about
great.
the smells, man.
Yeah, sorry about the smells. So,
I noticed that.
this was another little area. There's one more little leg that we want to show you guys, so we're gonna come full circle here.
Do that.
First open the door, there was a lot of furnishings here. There's still a few pieces here that were originally piled up, that are still here, you know? There's still some really cool bureaus and some really beautiful work, you know? It's all like dovetail joints, and I mean, it's authentic, real deal furniture that we'll use as much of it as we can when we redo the downstairs. Oh, it's just amazing. All right, so watch your footing here, you guys. Again, there's just some loose stuff around.
So good.
Come back all the way around.
Shabby chic. Have you been to the House of Shields?
Say again?
Have you been to the House of Shields in San Francisco?
I don't think I've been to that.
It's pretty awesome. It's like this really old, pre-prohibition.
For sure,
There's a
I gotta check. I'm gonna go check it out when I go up next time. You got it, all right, there's one more leg, you guys, I want to show you. So check this out. Come through here. If I can get you guys to come this way. Once again, we're underneath the sidewalk here, you guys. So I have this really interesting architecture that we want to keep. You know, it's structural, but it plays to, you know, it's all original. You see there's some murals that were done. I'm waiting for a curator to come. He's going to date some of this stuff for me. But we're going to try to really maintain as much of it as we can. There's a little bit of some work over here as well. It's real whimsical, I guess you would maybe call it. As much of it as we can maintain, we will. As you come down here, there's some interesting little pieces that have been here for as long as we can recall. This was like just a workstation at some point. Yeah, there's a kitchen. So you have a system right here. It's been here forever. They used to do cooking. and all kinds of things. So we're gonna reveal all this when we redo the bar.
This would be like, this would be the back bar, yeah.
Yeah, this is actually one of my favorite pieces. This was a cooling station, basically pre-refrigeration cooling station. So they would put ice blocks in here with kegs, maybe meat products, whatever it took to kind of cool it. But if you look at it, even the hinges and everything are just really beautifully patinaed. And we're going to reveal all this.
So the beer taps are gonna come out of here.
You know what I just noticed the other day, Michael, too, is I think they use horsehair as an insulation back here. Yeah.
They use hay.
So, yeah, hay, and so behind these wood, yeah, somebody carved it.
Hay, horsehair.
Yeah, behind there was a hay and horsehair to use as an insulation. So we're gonna reveal this, but it's survived. I mean, it's still alive and kicking. So we're gonna use this as much as we can.
Wait a minute, I wanna get in there and be like, must be caught up very soon.
Yeah, exactly.
It's been 116
Exactly.
years since my last.
Yeah. This used to be, this was a sidewalk elevator. So this was a sidewalk elevator to service. Yeah, it's a service delivery needs. If you look in here, you see some old gearing. So I don't know if that will repurpose this to be an elevator necessarily, but we will try it. It doesn't because of the pipe. So, but feel free to take a look.
Are you afraid? Do you want me to hold your hand?
I killed them all. They were serious.
No.
Yeah.
It's not so bad. What's this?
It's so cool because it still has all the, all the cobwebs. All of it's so great. Is that me?
Yeah.
And that's, this last one. It's the other day, it's funny, I just kind of discovered this. This door must have been repurposed because it says men's toilet on it, right here.
That's gay.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And this was definitely never a toilet over here, so they must have used this door and moved it over here, but it's a great door, man. I want to use all this stuff. But you can see all the old gearing right here for the elevator.
Telephone, I called Minnesota 5.
Cool, man. So we're gonna pop back out here. You guys watch your walk here.
Call Minnesota 5. Where is that?
Wait, what?
Remember it has the telephone number like call Michigan 53.
Do you know this person?
Oh, I didn't know.
Chilling
It was on the hood?
Do you know this person?
I don't know, maybe it was on the
Is this
hood.
piping operational or you
Some is, some isn't.
but I did. Do you have to have a plumber and tell you when
Well, I'll tell you, when we first started here, there was about 15 yards of this kind of thing happening. Okay? This is actually working.
Is it heating?
No, this is just water. This part has actually survived. And when we deactivate it, I actually want to keep it because it kind of plays to the history. I can see like some manager who was fucked up and drunk just had a leak and he made it work.
Yeah.
And so that's basically what it was. And there was tons of this stuff all over the place. It took me about a month to figure out how all the plumbing worked, and now I know.
What are these? Do these tubes go up towards the bar?
These right here, yeah, this is the soda system. So this is all fresh.
I didn't see this. That's what I was like.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
looks like soda fountain.
Yeah, all this is new. It's all that soda. Yeah, all that soda goes to one side of the bar and then the other side. So bless you. All that, yeah, it's kind of musty down here. So all that stuff is new. And yeah, it's pretty remarkable. But what you see is pretty intact. I mean, it hasn't been touched. Anything you see breaking, all this stuff is pretty just facade. It's all basically terracotta that they put over steel.
Are you guys doing any form of like restoration?
Some, but we're gonna keep it. I mean, I like the rawness of it. We all do. So we're trying to really maintain it than restore it.
We got this sweet, practically new wheelchair.
And all the artwork that was upstairs, you
Yeah,
guys
sweet
might have
dolly
noticed.
shots.
All my buddies did all the artwork upstairs, and they actually did it down here. So, yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, they did it down here, and
What's up with this hat?
that was something we found here. Yeah, I don't know how that hat made it down here, but
Is it just like whatever you guys bought when you bought the bar? Like whatever?
Yeah, we actually got screwed because they stole a lot of stuff that we were supposed to get, but basically, in the end, really, we got what we wanted, but there were some elements, like actually these safes are pretty interesting. There's about 5 of them. This one's my favorite right here. They drilled it out because it was locked, but we want to reuse it as a cocktail table somewhere along the line, you know? It's just,
No, they're fun.
it's been here, it's lived here, and it deserves to stay here.
Yeah, we have.
That's the way we look at it anyway.
I worked
Why
at an art space in San Francisco, and we have like a safe that's been there,
Oh yeah?
like whatever, since
Yeah.
forever. It's not a terribly old building, but the safe's
That one,
from the 50s.
like this black one, that green one over there, I don't know how heavy those things are, but
Anything.
You gotta
I have
find a
no
place
desire
to
to
like
move
it
them.
and keep it.
yeah, exactly. In fact, the guys, these pizza boxes here were at one of our other properties, and a lot of the same guys that did the artwork upstairs did these for us as well.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we had a pizza place called Hermano Pizza Bar, and they did a bunch of artwork on these pizza boxes.
Murals are amazing.
No, aren't they? That's just
I mean,
smart.
I worked at a lot of
Yeah.
old movie theaters where there's been kind of cool murals or
Sure.
artwork that's always been covered up, and it's so fun to see them.
Oh yeah.
Because you can never put them outside.
Well, you can't pretend it. You know, you can't. And, I've been practicing my wheelies. Yeah, it's kind of fun. There you go.
I was in one of these things for 6
Anyway, that's kind of the middle tour, you guys.
That's pretty cool.
I was like,
Awesome tour.
Oh, is that the quarter tour?
that was like the 50 Cent. That was like the Sacagawea tour.
Sacagawea.
Did I say that right?
You did say it right, yeah.
Okay.
Did we lose anybody along the way?
Where are
We
these
have
dollars
everybody?
from?
You know what's actually kind of cool is all these keys in here were like keys that were left during the bar time. There's like 100 fucking pounds of keys that actually I want to do something with.
We can make a wall of keys. That shit is over here.
All right, Michael, we all good? We ready to move up?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's do it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Not a big deal. Let's just get out of here.
All right, boys and girls.
It's such a fucking hunt diner.
Thank you.
Happy
Please feel the tip of your tour
Jensen
guides.
Watch your step.
My green is the best.
We able to get some of that? Awesome.
Love you all. Love you all. Are we going to party? Yeah, please.
Duh.
Yeah.
Everyone knows I like to goose them.
Yeah.